How's it going, guys? It is the 16th of September. It's 3 p.m. It is excessively busy today.
Oh, I know. Do you want to just tell the camera why you're giggling?
Yeah, because I just asked what month it is because it's so busy. I don't know if we're coming or going. It's been really, really busy. So Pam has decided to take apart a couple of the benches out at the front of the store, the old white ones that we had. We only have one of them left. We now have two of our benches built, as you would have seen in the previous video. They haven't been painted yet, but Pamela is going to be hoovering again. Yeah. This is something that I find it's actually really funny. That's twice I've actually got it in camera. In the process of tidying up after all the mess that she's made. Today has been mental busy. We've had, as soon as I walked in the door today, I've had 15 sharpens straight off the bat. I've had multiple eyelets, multiple rivets. We have also had multiple pairs of skates in for, like I say, sharpens and other wee things on the go. And we've had one of my friends, Tony, in for a heat mould. So that's him just now. His heat mould has now been done and he's ready to go. So I'll come back to you once I've got some more stuff to do or some better things to talk about. We are out of our old house on Saturday. So we're moving out on Saturday. We hand the keys over on Monday to the new tenants or the new people that are taking it over, homeowners. And stuff is still not 100% finished in the new place that we're moving into, Pam's mum's. The loft conversion is very, very close to being finished and it's very, very close to having its own set of stairs. But I think we're only 3 steps so far and we still have to use a ladder to get up into the loft, which isn't ideal. But we're hoping that it's going to be finished by this weekend. Fingers crossed. Then on Monday, when we hand the keys over, work starts on the back door. So it's going to be extremely busy and I will document some of this stuff for you. Also on Saturday we are obviously going to be closed this weekend because we are moving, so the big Coca-Cola fridge will be brought up to the store. Other brands of juice are available. Hopefully by that time all of the decorating will be finished at that point as well. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. That's the plan. We've got a lot going on just now, so we can only apologise that the content isn't exactly riveting at the moment. Well, it might be riveting if I can get some rivets to do later on. We're hoping that obviously it's going to pick up in a little while. It definitely will pick up because we're going to have a lot more stock and I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews on equipment in the forthcoming weeks. So it is 4:42 on the Tuesday and we've still got not much else done. We have had quite a lot of people in today. A lot of visitors. We've been doing work while being in here today and I'm going to pass over to Pamela and she's going to tell you the plan for going forward.
Hello everybody! Today we got the place tidied and cleaned and we got all the carpet hoovered in here, all hoovered and cleaned. So this is the space for our fridge. And then here we'll start the figure skate side. That is going. But right now it is full of coat hangers for the clothing. These are done, ready to be painted. We put our decorations back in our little ducats and they actually really, really stand out with the blue behind them. So we did all that. We've still got some of the gloss work to do up the top, but we need these lights off first, so Peter Finney, hurry up. We still can't do anything with this because we need Peter Finney. Apparently he's coming tonight, we'll wait and see. The door's still to be painted, but I need to do that on a day I can come in and prop it open and leave it open to dry. We'll see if I can get in on maybe Thursday evening, prop the door open, get it painted. That's it, done. Floors have all been cleaned, stick neck's obviously been painted. It does need another coat, but for now it'll do. This corner can't be done because, so we're going to build in a nice bench here, which is going to put the oven on top, telly up the wall, another slat wall up here just to cover it up and to give us a little bit more hanging space because we've got the cold-blooded clothing to come in. So the cold-blooded clothing would potentially start in this corner, go over here, and then we've got all of our protective will come in here. We've already started moving what we've got. This needs tidied out because it's become a mess. And we're going to have all the skate guards in all different colours. All your bits and pieces, you've got your tape. And then obviously we've got our laces. These shelves up here are waiting for water bottles and wax and all that stuff that's got to go up here. So spent today giving it a right good clean and tidy and getting it ready for next week when it should hopefully go into lots more stock. So that is what we've been doing today. Poor Toby has been shunted about the shop because his wee toilet hasn't been painted yet and I don't want to put him back up in the toilet until he is painted. So we're going to have referee's corner in the toilet. We have put up Stephen's Blade Master certification. Everything else is lying on the floor. because I don't know where to put them yet. And we've got our sizing guides back up on the wall so we know what's what. So as far as we've got today, yeah, it's starting to come together. Join us again in another week or two's time and it should be all together, hopefully. So what do you think, Stephen?
I think it looks as if it's getting there. It's still a wee bit far away. I actually thought about doing that door blue, but then again, everything I want to change the colours, all the glossing and stuff like that, but Pamela's adamant that it's going to be too hard to cover.
We need several coats.
Yeah, you can put the camera on you when you're talking.
Oh, can I? Oh, there you go. I like it when it's other people.
I'm in the process of speaking to a National League player at the moment who is looking for steals.
Oh, right, okay. So anyway, yes, that is roughly where we've been concentrating on today. It's been exhausting work because it's really hot in here again. We've cleared out some of the rubbish, so I'm going to try and shoot off pretty early so I can get to the tip and dump that on the way home when I'm going on to pick the kids up. And then we've got a very, very busy week ahead. So yes, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we will probably see you tomorrow, and we'll catch you very soon.
Well, evening guys, Wednesday the 17th and it is 6:15. It's been pretty busy so far, lots of heat molds, lots of sharpens. I have a pair of skates that has came into the store tonight, and it is a ex-Elite League player who played for Belfast Giants originally and then played for Glasgow Clan, formerly a Solway Shark player and now New Paisley Pirate player, which isn't announced yet. On the time that we are announcing this, or on the time that I'm actually doing this, his announcement will go out tomorrow, which means that we are a couple of weeks down the line. So we have Craig Peacock's skates in tonight. So we are in for some new eyelets and some new rivets. When I actually had a look at the inside of the skate, I thought the skate actually looked pretty brand new, but obviously we have some rusty rivets in the actual skate and we have some rivets that look as if they're the wrong size. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the rivets out of the skates and replace all of the rivets, even looking at doing the coppers, and then I'm going to be looking at the worst of the eyelets to replace all of the eyelets. I think it's going to be the top 4 on both of the skates that we're going to need to get done, but I'll get them done and then I'll maybe do a wee time lapse for you for these as well. So off camera I managed to get the eyelets out. There's a couple of them that were quite tricky and some of them had to be kind of forcefully removed. The rivet machine also has an eyelet removal tool, and the eyelet removal tool sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't work very well depending on the type of rivets or eyelets. If we have a look at what was actually in the skate, you can see that that's actually quite rusty, and that's probably only a season, which isn't too bad if I'm honest, depending obviously how much Craig was on the ice last year or the year before when he played. These skates may have been sitting in a bag somewhere, which obviously if they have been, then if they've been wet, sometimes what happens is you don't take their insoles out. But with the look of these ones, they've obviously been skated in recently, and there is obviously a couple of rust marks on them, which shows that they are being used and they are being dried as well, but maybe not taking the insoles out of them as much. So insoles have been taken out and all new steels have been put in place. They're all the right size, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some blingy eyelets in. The unfortunate news is we only have the brass eyelets. These ones will work in the skate, but they're not the best, they don't last the most. So for me, I would probably say we'll just put the brass ones in. The brass ones last, there's longevity in the brass ones. They eventually start to dull down and go a kind of funny kind of bronzish kind of colour. So anyway, we'll put them in now and get that time lapse as well. Well guys, it is 11:55 on Wednesday the 17th of September. I am no longer in the store. As you can see, I'm at the man shed, the home of CBS editing. Well, the old home for CBS editing. This is going to be probably the last vlog that we do in this shed, unfortunately. The reason being is this is when we are just about getting ready to move. So it's Wednesday at the moment. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday is in the store, and then as soon as we finish in the store at 5 p.m, we are straight down the road to try and get everything else boxed up and ready to move on Saturday. The life update is that the loft conversion isn't really finished yet, and unfortunately I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be finished for the weekend or not. We are having to hand over the keys for this place on the Monday, which is going to be very, very interesting because we have to try and get everything moved across to Pam's mum's, our now joint home. And when I say joint home, it's obviously going to be Pam's mum's, Pamela's, mine's, the kids, the dogs, the cat. We're all moving into the one house. It's not going to be 100% finished right there and then. Our plan is originally that we have got Saturday to try and do the bulk of the moving, Sunday to come and do the cleaning at this address, and then Monday we will be handing over the keys to the new owners of this house. Then we should be back in the store on Tuesday, all going well, no interruption to the services. We plan to try and make sure that all of the stock orders are done and our new stock is on the way. We have actually just emailed KYC with, I think it's about a 52 stick order, which is going to be coming in the next forthcoming weeks, we hope. We've emailed to see if there's stuff in stock ready to accommodate our order, or if it's going to have to be made specifically for us. Originally when we spoke to KYC, they were talking about the fact that when we took over being the kind of UK distributor for them, or the UK ambassadors, or whatever you want to call it, all of our orders would be made to order. What that means is if we make an order for something, we have to wait for it to be made. Now we're hoping that KYC have a stock of stuff over in Canada that they'll be able to send us. Hopefully it's most of the stuff that we're going to be ordering is stock. It's not going to be custom. There may be some elements of custom colours and stuff like that going on over the next couple of months. We will be bringing obviously some sticks in. You know, predominantly it will be the KYC Skyline, the KYC, the Phantom light and the Skyline light as well. These will be coming into store and they should be basically available in 2 different curves and multiple different flexes. We should be bringing in the P29 or the K29, which is the P29 and the 92 variant or the equivalent. We're also talking about bringing in the K28, which is the P28 or the W28 and Warrior equivalent as well. So we should have these sticks. Now the main thing is as well, we are speaking about, or Pam and I have spoke about, is we're going to make sure that there is an abundance of stock available in our store going forward. We understand that over the last little while it's been very, very sparse, but we were obviously getting to the point where we were getting ready to renovate the store and we were moving house, so there was a lot of other things that took precedent first. As soon as this house sale is finally through, there will be massive stock orders that will be due, and you guys will be able to follow along with that and see what's coming in, when it's coming in and what we've got. There will be a lot of reviews that's going to be happening. So first thing I'm going to talk about here is, give me a little second. So one of the things I'm going to talk about just now is my first experience with the KYC PhantomX. I finally managed to get it on the ice on Tuesday night with the Mustangs and I was blown away, completely blown away. The reason why I say I was totally blown away is because of the weight of the stick, the feel of the stick and the shot power of the stick. Again, I'm looking off to this side because this is where most of my other sticks are sitting. My Ribcore Trigger 5 is what I class as the gold standard. That is the best stick that I have used in a long time. And I can say from the bottom of my heart, not just for sale purposes, the PhantomX is right up there beside it. It's one of the best kicking sticks I've had. The power, the pop, the feel, everything just seems to be pretty much bang on. So that's the pros on this. It's very close to the Ribcore, and that's something that I would say is bang on. It's perfect for me. It's a perfect stellar balance for me. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Skyline that I wanted to try, which is the low kick. I did, however, take the stock PhantomX and the stock Skyline to my training session on Tuesday as well. The consensus of the players that tried the sticks, there was probably say about 8 or 9 players that tried both of the sticks. Most of the players preferred the PhantomX just with the way it felt. A lot of the players were complaining that the Skyline was too light for them. Now, I can understand that maybe some of the players aren't really adapt to using such light sticks, but at the same point for me, when I had a quick shot of the Skyline, even though it wasn't in my spec, I just felt like it was very, very light with a nice puck feel, and the shot power from it was very, very, very good. Consensus was flex was slightly off from our guys that tried it. They had said that the Skyline felt a little bit more whippy than what was marketed flex wise. This again is not me being disrespectful to KYC in any way, shape or form. This is me just being honest, like I said I always would be. Most of the guys are saying that there must be a variance of maybe 5 to 10 in the flex, so they reckon that the 85 is more a true 80 flex, maybe a 75 at a push. They seem to think that the PhantomX is more in tune with the number that's given to it flex wise. Obviously being a mid kick stick, you'll find that the flex is slightly stiffer the whole way through the stick in comparison to your low kick point sticks. Again, I felt like the release off the stick being the fact that I've got 110 flex, which is relatively quite stiff. Probably a lot of the kind of more archaic players like myself prefer a really, really stiff stick with a heel curve, but I was finding that this stick was kicking really, really well. I was really, really impressed with it. Again, the graphics, I'm impressed with the graphics, I'm impressed with the colours. I think that red really, really pops. But personally, I just think that the stick is very, very well made, and I think it's something that you guys should maybe consider looking at if and when you guys are looking for a new stick. Something that's just came to fruition as well for myself is that the light versions of the Phantom and the Skyline will now be available for customization. As far as I'm aware, I can't remember the prices off the top of my head. Pamela and I are talking about that just now, but it's something that we are going to be able to offer you guys. Again, it means that you don't necessarily need to spend top dollar for a customizable stick. You can go for a good second model stick, which can obviously be fully customized. As far as I'm aware, that means that you can customize the blade finish, the shaft, the textile grip, the standard grip, your name, your number on the shaft as well, and the length. But I will confirm this once we have more emails coming. We also have had a confirmation that we will be getting palms for gloves, and we will be going into the palm distribution service. What that means is we will be obviously able to sell them on our website, or we will be able to sell them in bulk to stores who want to be able to do repairs. That is something that's very new to us, because usually we are the people that are looking for the palms to do the repairs themselves. But at the same point, if there's people out there that want to give it a bash and try it themselves, by all means we should be able to have the palms in stock. One of the other things that we're also looking at is this KYC's bags are now available. We're just waiting on the gloves. Originally we were told that the gloves were due this month, possibly next month, but we're hoping to see a sample set of gloves very, very soon. I can't wait to get my hands on them, because gloves are one of the things I really, really like. Gloves, sticks and skates seem to be my thing. So something that I'm looking forward to trying to get a hold of, to try and see if there's any way I can help out KYC with my recommendations. I know there's a lot of players out there that are, how would I put it, a lot higher up. They've played at a lot higher levels that will be able to tell them and advise them in different ways. But hopefully my feedback will be taken on board if there is anything that I would maybe suggest changing. Not that I've got that much of a pull in any way, shape or form, it's just I'm really looking forward to seeing them myself and getting a try of them. Something I have been looking for the last little while is a replacement set of gloves to the CCM 4 rolls that I'm currently wearing. They are 3 or 4 seasons old. They've had a couple of patch repairs done on them, and they're still going strong so far, but I need to find something that's slightly different with a little bit more life in them, because I think there's only so much more repairs that can be done on that set of gloves. unfortunately. Now, one of the reasons why you didn't see any sign off from the store tonight was we actually had a couple of people in tonight. Tony, who is a good friend of the store, was in, and obviously we've said that we're a safe space. And obviously Tony had came in tonight with news that his mum wasn't feeling too great, and there was a possibility of her having to go to the hospital. So he was in the store tonight and we were kind of keeping him company while he was waiting on a phone call to see if she had to go to the hospital. One of the things that we have always said is we are a safe space and people can come to us and let us know what their issues are, what their problems are, and we will try and do our best to be an ear that you can speak to. It happened tonight. I didn't really get much recording done otherwise because Tony was in, and then we also had my old coach Danny in as well, so we were engaged in conversations about coaching and the old days and reminiscing. And when I say talking about the old days, predominantly we were talking about a rink back in the day called Crossmouth, which was a Glasgow based rink. So anyway, that was the ice rink that they used to play at. It was one of the biggest ice surfaces in the UK. It was one of the biggest ice surfaces in Europe at one point as well, from my understanding, and they used to play there. So they were reminiscing about their times playing in the old Crossmouth barn. So it was interesting hearing some of their stories. Unfortunately, I never got any chance to record that because, again, I didn't really want to put a camera in the face of people, especially when they're in to come and say hello and kind of shoot kind of thing. So that was one of the reasons why we didn't get much recorded. To be honest, tonight it was very quiet. There was a lot of stuff that got done at the start of the shift. Heat molds, sharpenings, and then obviously we had Craig Peacock's skates appear in the store tonight before his new big signing announcement. I actually thought that Craig's announcement would have went out on the 18th of September, which is the Thursday. It actually went out when we were in the store tonight as well. So good luck to Craig on his new venture with the Pirates, and good luck for the Pirates for the rest of the season. Hopefully you get some good results for the forthcoming weeks, months and the season going forward. It was a pleasure to work on Craig's skates. They, as you would have probably already seen if the time-lapse worked okay, they were re-riveted, so that was all of the steels were taken out and replaced, all of the coppers were taken out and replaced, and majority of the eyelets were replaced. I think there was 18 eyelets in total replaced, and that was the top part of the Mac skate. Now these skates are probably only about a season old or less than a season old, and all of the top eyelets had deteriorated very, very rapidly, and that's something that I had noticed for a skate which was made specifically with standard eyelets. They were deteriorating. Just the style of the eyelet itself doesn't last very long, so that had to be replaced. I've kind of rabbited on quite a bit. Hopefully there's enough for a video now. One of the things we are doing at the weekend is we will be in the store on Friday, and I will try and record as much as I can on Friday, but we have a very, very, very busy weekend ahead of us with the move of home. So I actually still have to get this place boxed up and ready to leave. I have got tools to this side. I have my skate machine over here. I have my big fridge that has to get moved. I have computers that have to get moved. I've got sticks to get moved. So, and a big TV over here. That all of that stuff has to get boxed up and ready to go into the new house. And obviously there is work starting on Monday as well with regards to the outside room or the shed replacement. With that said, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, share and subscribe. It costs nothing to support the channel. You don't even need to buy anything from us, as long as you guys are liking, sharing and subscribing. That would help the channel massively. But if you do wish to help the channel, something that will be coming in very, 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 very close weeks is our clothing. We are more or less ready to go with the order for the clothing as well, which should hopefully only take a couple of weeks to materialise. So we'll get that on, and then we'll give you a little review of our new stuff as well. But in the meantime, keep it cold-blooded. I'll catch you on the next one.